I understand that you don't have a German background, right?
No.
What we're going to do is learn a sound that does not exist in any of the languages you speak, as far as I know. And we're also going to figure out how to differentiate those from two other sounds that people often confuse them with.
Okay.
So the sound, so I want you to mimic this word, ich.
Ich.
Try one more time, ich.
Ich.
One more time, actually, ich.
Ich.
So what you're doing is you're perceiving and producing what will be the closest sound in your phonetic menu, which is the what's called the velar fricative, the sound. And IPA is written as an X.
Okay.
This sound is not the velar fricative, but before we get to that, let's try to develop a little bit more awareness of our mouth anatomy.
Okay.
Understanding what actually is moving, which is your tongue.
Yeah.
The tongue is the difference maker in this equation. Even though other parts of your body are going to want to move,
Yeah.
if you want to really develop awareness, you need to focus on keeping everything else still. Like when you do a science experiment, you want to keep the controls and then test one variable, right?
Yeah.
So notice when I do it, I'm not doing, I'm keeping everything still, and it just, only thing moving is my tongue.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And that is the movement and the precision you want, especially if you're learning German, because all three of these sounds exist in German, and they are different.
Yeah.
So you want to know how there's a difference between ich, auch, and tu. I want you to do that sound again you just were doing, and then tell me what part of your tongue are you using to make that sound.
Yeah. It's the back of the tongue.
Back of the tongue, right? So it's a little quick lesson. There's basically three major parts of the tongue. There's the front, middle, and back.
Yeah.
The front has different parts, but the back is its own thing called the dorsum. And it's responsible for a lot of different sounds, including this one. So the question is, what is the back of the tongue coming in contact with to create the restriction of airflow to make the sound? What I want you to do is you take your finger and stick it into your mouth. Feel the hard part of the roof of your mouth, like where you burn yourself a pizza.
Okay.
All right. And you feel how it's hard?
Oh.
Hard and ridged?
Oh.
That's the hard palate.
Okay.
You probably heard that term before. Hard palate. Now, you stick your finger back a little bit more without choking yourself. You'll notice the palate will turn into a softer tissue.
Oh.
That's called the soft palate. So if you heard the terms hard palate, soft palate, you now know what the difference is. So as soon as you get soft, it's a soft palate.
I can take my finger out?
You can take your finger out. So the sound that you're making is being made at the soft palate. So it's being made with the back of your tongue being pressed against the soft palate. So do that again and try to develop an awareness of that new physical knowledge you have.
All right. So it's going to be like the back of the tongue, but not touching the throat, like in the back of the throat, but
yeah, but touching the soft palate. Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Now, another way you can help yourself localize that sound, because that sound isn't really familiar to us in English.
Yeah.
English sound, the closest English sound to that is the K sound.
Okay.
Alternate between the K and a K.
Wait.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now try to do this right now. And once again, your goal is to keep your tongue in the same place of articulation. So try this.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Okay.
So now you know what it feels like to have the back of your tongue press against the velar. The difference between those two sounds, they have the same place of articulation but different manner.
Yeah.
And the manner of the K is you're building up air behind that point and releasing it in an explosion.
Yeah.
Manner for the is you're pushing the two things together and then forcing air in between.
Okay.
Right? Back to that original sound. So how is the original sound different? Now you know the back of your tongue is and you know where the soft palate is. I want you to try to make a sound by placing the middle part of your tongue to your hard palate.
Okay. I gotta tongue twist a little bit. Something like
So it's still gonna be fricative. So it's still gonna be is this sound, but it has to be like you're continually blowing out that. Yeah. Good.
Okay.
There you go. Now you've got the sound. So that's called the palatal fricative because you're using your hard palate. Now because you originally made the mistake of perceiving my as a,
Yeah.
you now know you need to train your ear and your tongue to make that distinguishing.
Yeah.
So I want you to try to alternate between those two sounds.
Between the back of the throat and the and the
Yeah. Now let's get a bit more precise.
okay.
Now be aware that the back of your tongue against the soft palate or velum results in this sound. But if you move the back of your tongue back even more and a little bit down, it'll now come in contact with something called the uvula, which is that thing in the back of your throat that dangles.
Yeah.
And once it becomes in contact with that, then that thing starts to vibrate and it creates a more kind of rugged sound.
Like the Wookiee sound, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the kind of thing, right? And yeah, so that's like the kind of like kind of thing we think about. Try to differentiate between, which is not making the uvula, not touching the uvula,
Yeah.
and which is touching it. So alternate between those two sounds.
And is that right?
Close. So your goal right now is to get a that's clean.
Okay.
With no in the background.
So
Yeah.
okay.
That's it. So what's going on now is you're, imagine like you're learning a new instrument and your fingers are kind of clumsy or whatever. There's a very precise millimeter difference between a and a.
Yeah.
And you need to train that precision.
Yeah.
First, you need to hear it. I think you can hear it now.
Yeah.
The next step is for you to train the precision, right? So
Yeah.
all right, and then the third level precision is going between all three. So I start hard palate. These are all fricative sounds, all the same manner of articulation,
Oh,
different place. It starts with this one. All right, try that.
So starting in the back and going forward.
All right, so careful if you look at yourself in the camera, which you're notice how your lips are moving. So you're rounding your lips, and rounding your lips changes the sound, changes the articulation. So try to do it with relaxed lips.
Ah.
There you go. You're getting it there.
It's
There
a
you
little.
go. Yeah. So yeah, you won't get your first try, but yeah. So that's the idea.